1260 KDUZ News, I'm Mark Wodarczyk. A new report issued Friday detailing the number of deteriorating bridges in the state puts Sibley County at the top of the list. More than 1 in 4 bridges in Sibley County are categorized as structurally deficient, the highest percentage of any of Minnesota's 87 counties. A total of 27 of Sibley County's 102 bridges need work. Over 9,200 vehicles travel over those bridges each day. Elsewhere around the local area, more than 6% are in McLeod and Nicollet counties, and 19% in Renville County are structurally deficient. The small northern Minnesota town of Babbitt has lost its only grocery store in a huge fire that caused an estimated $1 million in damage. Babbitt's fire chief says the blaze first started around 2 a.m. Saturday, and firefighters were still at the scene hours later. Customer Relation, a Minnesota-based call center company, has announced it's immediately hiring 60 people in Hutchinson to support growth of the existing customer service programs. Officials say applicants with experience in call center support, retail, or customer service can apply in person at the Customer Relation Call Center at 1150 Fifth Avenue Southeast in Hutchinson, or by phone by Friday, October 15th. When the facility opened, officials say they hired 30 employees. Since then, Customer Relation has consistently added about 15 new jobs every quarter in Hutchinson, and they now have about 200 employees. Summer is officially over, and the IRS is reminding Minnesotans that some seasonal activities could have tax benefits. IRS spokeswoman Carrie Resch says hold on to receipts for when you do your taxes if over the summer.
You helped a charity if you moved, if you got married, if you gambled and had some winnings or experienced a damaging storm, sent the kids to camp, or helped pay for college. We're just reminding people that some of those things would have some tax implications or tax benefits.
More information available online at irs.gov. 2 American hikers freed from an Iranian prison after more than 2 years say they were held because of their nationality. Josh Fatal and Minnesota native Shane Bauer spoke yesterday after arriving in New York. Fatal says they're grateful for the Iranian government, but adds they had no right and no justification to detain the hikers in the first place. Fatal described the conditions they endured in captivity.
Many times, too many times, we heard the screams of other prisoners being beaten, and there was nothing we could do to help them.
Search teams have resumed looking for a University of Iowa student who's presumed dead after he fell 100 yards during a semester abroad trip in India. 20-year-old Tom Plotkin of Minnetonka disappeared Thursday while hiking above India's Ganges River. Governor Dayton travels to Osaka, Japan tonight after spending the first couple of days of his trade mission in Tokyo. The governor is touring the Daikin Solutions Plaza and factory tomorrow, the parent company of Applied Air Systems in Owatonna and Faribault.
The fact that a Minnesota-based manufacturing operation is able to be so successful in that area is really a great tribute to the Japanese ownership, and look forward to finding out what can I possibly do to encourage their further expansion there or elsewhere in Minnesota.
Dayton says Applied Air Systems is making the air conditioning units for the new World Trade Center. The Minnesota trade delegation spends its first day in South Korea Wednesday. The president out west raising money and attacking the GOP. Meanwhile, Republicans are looking for another candidate to enter the presidential race. More from ABC's Brad Wheelis.
Focus on the White House. 2008 was an important election, says President Obama, but he told donors at a California fundraiser last night that 2012 is more important. It's about the fundamental direction of the country. He also took aim at Texas Governor Rick Perry, asking folks at the private fundraiser if they had been watching the debates. The president said, "You've got a governor whose state is on fire, denying climate change." Perry is reeling from an embarrassing loss in the Florida straw poll. Businessman Herman Cain won, and that has some people again pushing New Jersey Governor Chris Christie to run.
This is happening because party regulars are deeply dissatisfied with the presidential frontrunners. All this Chris Christie buzz is a symptom of that. It's not necessarily the solution.
ABC's Rick Klein. Republican National Committee Chairman Reince Priebus tells CBS he likes what he sees.
I'm happy with the field. I think it's a great field.
The Democratic National Committee chair disagrees.
They can't move to the right far enough.
President Obama participates in a LinkedIn town hall meeting today in California, followed by 3 fundraisers. Brad Wheelis, ABC News.
Michelle Bachmann's sputtering presidential campaign has a lot of analysts guessing about the reasons. Some are certain that rival Rick Perry is far more attractive to Tea Party Republicans. Others, like Carleton College's The Stephen Scheer add that there is friction within Bachmann's campaign.
There may be some sort of organizational turbulence or hiatus going on in the campaign at the worst possible time when the campaign actually needs to up its game. It seems to be really involved in some functional problems.
Bachmann is planning to spend extra time in Iowa, where she won the state straw poll last month. She's hoping that a win in the Iowa caucuses early next year will propel her toward the GOP presidential nomination. The future of the 3-year-old behavioral hospital in Wilmer is in doubt after March 2012. The commissioner of the Minnesota Department of Human Services, Lucinda Jessen, says there will be a lot of discussion over the next few months about what to do with the 16-bed facility. The West Central Tribune reports Jessen made the comments during a visit to Wilmer Friday during a visit to assess the hospital. The New York Yankees are donating $5,000 to the Roger Maris Cancer Center in Fargo. The gift was announced Saturday during a ceremony to honor the 50th anniversary of Maris's record-breaking home run. He hit 61 homers in 1961. Maris, born in Minnesota and raised in Fargo. Mike Henniher, spokesman for Fargo's Sanford Health Foundation, tells the Forum newspaper that Maris's name represents hope and survival for people who have benefited from the Cancer Center. Renee Tassoni led off the 10th inning with a home run, and the Minnesota Twins beat Cleveland 6-4 for their third victory in 22 games. Things are looking up. It snapped the Indians' 4-game winning streak. Central champion Brewers notched a team record 55th home victory with a 9-5 win over the Marlins yesterday. Ryan Braun went 2 for 3 with a home run and raised his NL best batting average to .333 as Milwaukee completed its first season sweep of the Marlins since 1998. Matthew Stafford threw for 378 yards and 2 touchdowns to rally the Lions from a 20-0 halftime deficit, and Jason Hansen kicked a 32-yard field goal in overtime for the win.
Spot down, right-footed kick is up, and it is good. And the Detroit Lions come from 20 points down